again, I didn't feel like I was challenging myself enough. You know, once we'd built this house, it was just after we'd built this house, which I never thought we'd do. And then it was like, what am I going to do next? And then someone said, do you want to do a cage fight? And I was like, I was terrified at the thought of it. And that's why I thought, yeah, man, I'm going to do it. Because I thought I'd never do that. I'd never walk in a cage and fight. But I thought, that's why you've got to do it. So when everything else slowed down and I started focusing on something else, the anxiety and the fear and everything come in and yeah, it was difficult to deal with. But once I spoke to you, what I realised what I was doing is, when, again, the same as I might be visualising all the positive stuff through business and that was happening and life.
Yeah.
But when you're training for a fight and you start thinking to yourself, oh, what if this happens? What if I lose? What if I lose? What if I lose? Those were the pictures that were in my mind.
Yeah.
Of me getting choked out, me getting knocked out. And what I was subconsciously doing, I guess, was visualizing that and turning that into reality.
Yeah.
And the anxiety, it was like it wasn't like I was waiting for a fight to see if I was going to win and how well I'd do. It's like I was waiting to lose.
Yeah.
And that's and
that's when everything gets made twice thing. And the unconscious doesn't understand what's good for you, what's bad for you. It just understands what you focus on.
Yeah.
It thinks that's what you want. He ain't got no filter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you changed that round for me, man. We only had it was a weird one, wasn't it? Because you turned up at the house and my missus was like, who's this guy? And I was like...
You've been upstairs in the bedroom with him for 3 hours.
Yeah, he's just coming to talk to me about my mind. And then we went upstairs and locked the door in the bedroom and said, don't come up. And he sat up there for 3 hours. I come down and I was like, I feel great. And she was like, what happened? Do you know what I mean? But we done a documentary on it, didn't we? And we filmed this documentary, and literally from the moment that I spoke to Robert... and he taught me, and this is something that I've used not just in that, like when I have beef with people, or people annoying me, and I'm going to bite, and I'm going to, respond. I've used it in that as well recently, actually last night. But with the fight, every time I visualised losing, I quickly stopped. I noticed what I was doing, and I visualised winning. Yeah. So then I was like, oh no, like I'd do some training, something would happen, I'd get a bit hurt, or I'd get a black eye, or I'd get, take some heavy shots and that, and then I'd come out of it and I'd be like, fuck, that was bad, imagine how bad it's going to be with Harvey and the thing. And then I'd realise what I was doing, so then I'd stop for a second, close my eyes, and I'd visualise the crowd, I'd visualise winning, cheering, afterwards having beers and everything like that, and all of a sudden this like nice wave of feeling would come over me.
That's such a good point, Dan, because what a lot of people don't understand, one of my biggest breakthroughs learning about the mind is that the human mind can only think how you feel. There's never been a human being in 2 million years, while experiencing the emotion of sadness, could make a happy thought. If a human being feels sad, they're going to make sad thoughts. If you feel anxious, your brain's going to check in with the body. And if you're feeling anxious right now, you're probably going to lose this. Something bad's going to happen to you. You might break your nose. How's it going to look in front of you? You know what I mean? Yeah. And you start making correspondent thoughts. So it's all about the visualizations. I say to people, that's just your key to the emotion you want to practice. It's the emotional intelligence that is the key, not the vision. The vision is just the way of opening your mind up to create the emotion. But the emotion is what you really want to put your focus on, like feeling like you're a world champion, feeling like you're the world's funniest comedian, feeling like you're a millionaire. Because no world champions become world champion without first seeing yourself as a world champion.